Good evening, gang. It's Tuesday night. And I will wait till the screen catches up to me here. We'll kind of see what's all going on. Then we'll make sure you can hear me. All right. So you guys are hearing me loud and clear. That's good. So I'm guessing we're all good. Somebody throw me a 5 by 5 just so I can make sure I know. All right. We hear you. Evening. Hello. Hello. Howdy. Good. All right. So the gang's all here. Welcome to a crazy Tuesday, guys. This has been absolutely insane the last couple of days. So, as usual, start out with a few housekeeping items. In case nobody noticed the community bulletin board, freedomgathering.org is live. So, y'all can go over there and sign in and join the party, I guess, if you will. What I'd like everybody to do is give Prepper Nerd a big round of applause. He managed to get the website built and up in less than 48 hours. So we owe him a great, great big thank you. So, sir. Okay, a couple other things here, real quick. Wanted to mention a couple of sites you guys might want to go out and check out here, real quick. One is Mu Ja, that's MU space JA. She's actually in my area. She just started her channel, and I think y'all need to go listen to what she has to say because it's prepping, but it's a very different aspect of it. Her introductory video today, I took a look at. She is a subscriber. That's how I knew. And she has one hell of a story that you guys might want to hear. So she's got a real good perspective on some completely different aspects than any of us. I mean, whether it's Prepper Nation, Prepper Now, Angry Prepper, me, or anything like that, have to bring up. So go check her out. Another one I want you to go take a look at, another fledgling channel here, Grumpy Prepper. Grumpy, like, when the Seven Dwarfs, Grumpy. He's got some very good insight on some stuff. So definitely worth going to check out there as well. So, okay. As per normal, we will do Q&A tonight, and you guys can rapid fire me nonstop here. Again, I will please ask, put all your questions in caps so I can see them. And moderators, you know the deal. Just if we get the trolls in here, just tell them bye-bye. So, first question I see, Michelle, what is the website again? It is freedomgathering.org, not .com. .com will take you to some church website in Bradenton, Florida. It is .org, so you'll be all set there. Meanwhile, the other thing I wanted to say, thank you everybody who submitted ideas for the logo for the sites. We ran them all through everybody who participated in the gathering, took a vote, and we picked one. So Mike will probably be getting that up on the site real quick, and you can see what the logo and the banner looks like. So that was there. All right. Billy, truth be told, get to the point. Well, the point is, you guys are supposed to ask questions and I'm supposed to answer them. So, kind of moving on through there. Leah, I never got an email from you, and I can't find your page, so I have no way of putting a link up there. If you can tell me what your page link is, then I can get you in as a mod. So that would be right. Scott, can you go pee? Go ahead. Don't let me stop you. Okay. Mama's Legacy, what was her site? MU space JA. Okay. It's not her real name. That's her screen name. But on YouTube, Muja. So very interesting. I guess from listening to her introduction, she was actually a trafficked child. And so she has a very interesting perspective on all of that. Let's see. How Mopar Man, how what? I don't understand. Okay. Prepper Now, good evening. Seeing a few people in here. Connie, do I think the VA retirement benefits will be affected by the Great Reset? Thought we had that question last week. I don't know if it was you that asked it. I don't think so. I don't think retirement benefits or Social Security are, this again, my opinion, going to be affected. The only thing I think when we get to this quote unquote universal basic income, I think that's what you're going to get. How it's going to be affected, I think the dollar amount's going to change, but I think the dollar amount's going to change after January 20th anyway. So I get a feeling that we're going to see a lot of reduced amounts of benefits being paid because we got to pay for all this free college and, let all the illegals come across the border and everything like that. So, somebody's got to pay for all of that. So I'm guessing it's going to be all of us, and they're going to take it out of any sort of benefits that, retirees get or veterans get or anything of the sort like that. Desert Patriot, what are my thoughts on the huge Wall Street bubble? Get ready for it to pop. Okay. And I'll give you my take on this. There was a subscriber gave me a article today about Alabama, and I guess businesses are suing to force people to take the vaccine. Okay. And the people don't want to, saying it's a violation of their rights, and the business are saying we're going to require it, and the lawyers are saying you're not going to be able to stop. Well, what's going to happen? A whole lot of people are going to quit, and I think that's what's going to happen after the first of the year. Is if they start forcing this down our throats or into our arms, you're going to see people have to make a choice: either take it or resign from their positions, and that will put a massive burden on these companies, which of course is going to cause the market to pop. I still believe we'll see 20,000 on the Dow again relatively soon, like within the next 6 weeks. Prep again. Do I think they'll be cutting back on Social Security benefits as well? Yeah. Okay. Same thing. When all these crazy programs that the left wants to put into place, they've got to pay for them, unless you're AOC and you just think you print money. Okay. I guess she's part of the Rothschilds. Yeah, it's got to be paid for somewhere, and they're going to cut back on everything. I very seriously doubt we're going to see Social Security increase, and it wouldn't surprise me to see a lot of the benefits cut. Prepper Nerd, let everybody know about the flyer. Yes, the flyer is live. If y'all want to get out and get on doing some action, the flyer is on the website. You can go print it out and start getting it out. The one thing I will tell everybody about the flyer, I know a lot of people said, hey, they want to put them on windshields and parking lots and stuff like that. That's great. Just make sure you're not doing something that's going to get you in trouble. If there's a sign that says no solicitation or anything like that, don't do it. The last thing you need to do is get arrested. If it's a small store, just go in there and ask the manager, hey, can I pass these out? They say yes, you're good. Anybody stops you, hey, I got manager's permission, I'm good. So, okay, scrolling on along. Liz Hernandez, how long do you wait to appear at the member list after you sign up? Prepper Nerd, I think he's working on that. There was an issue with the cash, so he's still working on that because I noticed I signed up and I wasn't showing up on there, and God knows I signed up for it. So we will get, he's working on that, guys. We wanted to get it out so everybody can get signed up. I think the last thing he told me was we already had something like 150 some odd people who had already signed up. It's, again, like I said, give Prepper Nerd tons of credit. He got this thing going in less than 48 hours. Actually, it was probably about 38 he got it done because we didn't finish till midnight or something like that on Sunday night. He's still working on it. It's not a final product, but we wanted to get it out as fast as we can so we can get going because obviously we are on a time crunch here. Prepper Nerd, he also had emailed me about his Patreon page. We're still trying to figure out a little bit on how to pay for the website, but somehow, some way we will get all that taken care of as well. But yeah. as Indiana Prepper said, Prepper Nerd is the real deal. And that's the truth. Okay. Uh, Teresa, how does it make me feel having served my country along with your brothers to now seeing what's happening in America? I try to put on a calm demeanor when I'm doing my videos as best I can, but I can tell you 100%, I am one pissed off mofo. Okay. Uh, I served during the Cold War. I served during Desert Storm. And like I've said many times, I mean, my family has served in World War II, Korea, Vietnam, and then me. Okay. I've lost family members to wars, and it pisses me off to high hell that we've got a whole bunch of people trying to turn this into a socialist country. That's one of the main reasons I was trying to spearhead Freedom Gathering, because it sickens me to see the direction this country's headed, and somebody's got to do something to stop it. And I finally just got to the point is nobody else is going to do it. I might as well just start it myself and see if I can get anything going with other people. And thank God the prepper community rallied around this and said, hell yeah, we want to participate because all you guys love this country just as much as I do. So, okay. Teresa, hello from Wake Forest, North Carolina. Well, hello from Union County, Tennessee. So I hope everybody's doing well. I'm hoping we all are as well. Isaac, what's the best way to survive a socialist country? Well, if it ever happens, move. Fortunately, I don't think we're going to get to a point where we're going to have guards and walls like Berlin or anything like that. That would be really interesting as it will. But I mean, I've heard multiple people say if that's the path that the country goes on, they're leaving. And I will not kid you, I have thought about it. Don't know, but I'm praying we stop it before that happens. But living in a socialist country, the best thing I can say is, obviously, I've never lived in one. My wife has. But I would say the best thing is that you are prepped, okay? Make sure you've got gardens and whatever you can, and you know how to sow. And because if all of a sudden these things aren't available to you, you're going to need to fix clothes. You're going to need to know how to cut firewood. You're going to need to have food to eat. And if you can't get it at the store, you need to be able to grow it. So we the people prepping, I won't leave my country. I'll die fighting for it. Yeah, I'm pretty much there too. But if it gets too far gone, sometimes you got to make a decision. So, I mean, it's something I've thought about. Obviously, I haven't done it, but you always got to think about it. But no, I'm not one of these people going, I'm moving to Canada if Joe Biden wins. No, sorry, that ain't me either. North Shore and Prepper now in the house. We got a lot of YouTube in the house tonight. A lot of the stars, yeah. And then there's little piddly old me. Okay, what do we got? Stack it to the roof. No kidding. Tracy, God bless us all as we undertake this. No kidding. We are being led by God. I will say that, okay? God will always favor the righteous, and there is no doubt in my mind whatsoever that we are the righteous in this. Just everybody needs to keep remembering that, okay? Corvetta, it's a good thing you have a travel sewing machine. Yeah, you might have a thriving little business if we ever wind up in the USS of A. We'll see what happens there. Billy, truth be told, what is the overview? What is the canon? What is the end game? Okay, there are way too many questions in there to ask, one at a time. What is your time frame for the total collapse of the U.S. from Hudson Valley? Hopefully never, okay? I will say this, I'm going to agree with everybody else. I've said it before. I think it's going to get worse before it gets better. Economic collapse. I kind of refer this back a little bit to Japan in 1989. If anybody knows any history on the stock market, the Japanese stock market dropped 63% in 2 years. Okay. So you take those numbers, that means we go from a 30,000 Dow to a 10,000 Dow. That's economic catastrophe is a very real possibility. That's the catastrophe I think that will either spur all this World Economic Forum crap, or it will totally stop it in its tracks because people are going to have a whole lot. They're not going to want to have anything to do with it, And then the great savior coming in. Oh, you won't own anything and you'll be happy. I don't see the American public, even the leftists. I mean, the far leftists are going to be like BS. You're not taking my house, my car, my dog, whatever it would be. We the people prepping, we're on the same path of the Roman Empire. You're probably pretty accurate with that. And I think I'm going to probably go check out your website and see what the similarities are. Eric, do you think employers will work it if you refuse the vaccine? They fire you, you'll disqualify you from getting unemployment. Well, okay, the first thing we got to remember is, are you in a right to work state? Depending on what the laws are in your state, if they can fire you for no reason or you can quit for no reason, I will say this, make sure you are fired. If you quit, you can't collect unemployment. So make sure they fire you for that, okay? I also think you're going to have a massive amount of legal cases that are going to get brought up for that. I don't think they're going to be able to stop the unemployment unless unemployment runs out of money, okay? And at $27-28 trillion, unless they're going to keep printing it, how we all love the Fed, that's going to be an interesting question. You're entitled to it. They'd have to change the law, and obviously that means getting Congress to do so. We talk again about your elected representatives. It's not only necessarily the feds, obviously we want, Georgia to go our way, but it's also your state Senate, your state congressmen, your state representatives, however each state's organized, because unemployment's a state thing. And so that is determined by the state on how that's going to be done. So this is why, again, the letter writing campaign that everybody kind of laughs about, I'm not just talking about Nancy Pelosi and Chuck Schumer. This is your mayor. This is your governor. This is your state representative. On the lower levels as well, because those people are going to be just as important in how well you survive and how well this all goes. The lost product, you cannot get unemployment if you were fired and or quit in West Virginia. Well, how the hell else do you lose a job? You're either fired or you quit. It's either their decision or yours. Okay. There's no other way to lose a job. So I'm assuming, like most states, if you quit, you're not eligible. If you're fired, you are. Okay. I'm going to scroll up here because I know right to work for less. Ain't that the truth? Sickle cell. We the people prepping. Just don't do anything violent to get fired. Yeah, if they fire you for cause, you're screwed. Okay, you have to get fired, and not doing something, the vaccine, that's going to be a legal issue. I don't think they're going to be able to push that one because 51% of the country does not want the vaccine. It's going to be real hard, real fast if employees don't want the vaccine and they say, screw you, I'm not going to work here anymore, for the companies to stay open. The companies are going to back down real quick if all of a sudden employees say, you force me, I'm not coming to work. And it's like, oh, wait a minute. I need cashiers. I need people in the storeroom. I need waitresses. I need cooks. What do you mean you're not coming to work? No, you're going to force me to do this? You're out of business. The companies will back down fast, especially the big ones. I mean, imagine what happens at an Amazon warehouse if all the employees who gripe about everything anyway say, we're not going to work because you want to give us this vaccine. There's no way in the world Amazon's going to put up with that for long, because without those people, it's not Bezos making any money. It's those workers moving boxes back and forth for $12-15 an hour. Those people don't show up to work. Yeah, there'll be more people that are in line for those jobs until they say, you got to get stuck too. Well, imagine what happens when 51% of the country says, you want to stick me, I'm not going to work. That's kind of what we're talking about with the Freedom Gathering, guys. You get enough people pissed off, we're going to be able to make a difference here. Okay. So remember that. This is the thing. There's strength in numbers. Okay, let's scroll on around. Man, shattered ankle. Find a doctor willing to fake a vax. That's going to be a little difficult. Doctors go, oh, yeah, what? I'll help you, but I'm just going to lose my medical license. If you can find one, hey. Southernmost Illinois, the hospital you work at has a mandatory flu vaccine. First responders, healthcare workers, that's going to be a real interesting one. If the hospital systems can make you take the vaccine, because that just winds up because you're around vulnerable people, they don't want you to be a carrier. That one, I don't know how they're going to play that one out. All I can say is this: my daughter was working at a nursing home. She was finishing up college here, and they moved a whole bunch of COVID patients, or I take it back. They moved people from a facility that had COVID in it, and they thought they'd move all the non-COVID patients over. Well, you had carriers, and instantly in her facility that was clean, all of a sudden they had cases of COVID. And when my daughter went in and said, "Where's our PPE?" the nursing home said, "We don't have any. We're not providing it." And my daughter's like, "Then I don't work here anymore. Goodbye." So, there's an issue that you could run into. You may have healthcare workers who say, "The hell with this. I'm not doing it. I'm not doing this either." North Shore. Okay. Your cousin, a nurse, spearheaded the movement amongst nurses 20 years ago against a mandatory flu vaccine. I'm assuming that's in Canada because that's where you are. I don't know how that would work here. It would be great if the medical professionals said, no, it's not going to happen here either. But we'll see what happens. Oh, and we had, there's two super chats in there that I want to say thank you for. Christy, thank you very much. I recognize your picture. And if I can scroll up, Mid-Tennessee Matt, thank you as well. I will answer your question. What is my choice SHTF firearm? Used to be a bleeding heart liberal up until about June when you finally woke up. Welcome to the party, my friend. I'll answer the question the same I always do. Depends on what the event is. If it's an SHTF and I'm in my house, it's my 12 gauge, okay? If it's an SHTF and I'm in my car, it's my 9mm. If I've got a storm of black-clad people coming up my front porch, it's an AR-15. It all depends on the situation, okay? Any of them can be used in my house, but some are going to be better than others, depending on what's going on. So, if I'm asleep at night, yeah, my sidearm is right there next to me in bed. If I'm awake during the day and somebody starts beating on my door, yeah, I'm getting the shotgun out. And of course, I'm going to try to get to the AR either way. So, yeah, I've said from the get-go, you need to have a sidearm, you need to have an AR, you need to have a shotgun. Those are, at a minimum, the three that you need, okay? And I know the question comes up all the time. People say, what do you recommend the most? What's the best, whatever pistol? What's the best one for ladies? What's the best one for men? Whatever would be. The best weapon you can possibly have is the one that you are most comfortable with and most competent with, okay? Some people can't shoot an AR for their life, but they're deadly with a pistol. Other people are the other way around. There's too much recoil in a pistol. They'd rather have a rifle. You have to know what's best for you. So, okay, let me scroll back down here. North Shore, thank you for that super chat as well. Do appreciate it. You didn't have to do that, sir, but we're going to get some of this over to Prepper Nerd so we can get that website paid for, because right now he's paying for it out of pocket, and so I promised him we'd make sure we took care of that for him. Let's see what else we got going on down here. Tommy M, boycott all entities that want you or their employees to take a shot. I'm going to take it one step further in this one. Again, I'm going to go right back to the website, freedomgathering.org. We have one of the subscribers who is compiling a list of all businesses that support BLM, that support Antifa, that supported Joe Biden, that are anti-Second Amendment, whatever. That will eventually, once she's got that complete, that's going to take a while. That will eventually get up on the website too, because I am 100% in agreement with Prepper Nation. Is the way we're going to win this is by kicking them in the pocket. Okay, and if all of a sudden people can't, companies aren't making any money, they're going to back down real quick. Heard somebody on somebody's channel yesterday, and God knows I watch so many, so I can't remember all of them. Somebody came up with an idea. Yeah, have a tailgate party out in front of some of these companies. Have 100 or 200 people out there tailgating in front of this liberal company, and sorry, there's no parking spots for your people, and they're going to have to walk through us. That's not actually a bad idea. There's no law that says you can't have a barbecue grill and a generator out watching TV out in a parking lot. They can ask you to leave. Oh, I'm sorry, my tire's flat. Can we call AAA? It'll be 3 hours till they get here. Okay. So, just like the interesting things, get creative, guys. We all had turkey funerals. We all saw the video of the pastor in Los Angeles that turned the church into a strip club and took off his tie. That's getting creative, okay? That's the kind of thinking we need, all right? Totally legit, but creative. And it's a good laugh for all of us. And God knows right now we can all use a good laugh. Okay. Well, you guys are just rolling on me here. Jason in Virginia. Tommy M., thank you for the cause. Jason in Virginia, thank you as well for the website and your time. Thank you to all. How to help. Okay. The first thing we can do, the first thing you all can do right now, go to the website, print out those flyers, stick them on the bulletin board at work. Okay. Take it to the restaurant that you go to and ask the manager if you can put it in the menus, whatever it would be. Any way you can think of to get the word out with that website or with that flyer is going to help. We need to get people involved. We need to build the population on the website, because once we get the website, and I'll just hypothetically say, let's say we get up to 50,000 subscribers, then I can start calling up, I don't know, the Conservative Twins or Kim Klacik or Dr. Shiva or somebody, and go, look, I got 50,000 people here that want to get involved with this, or that are involved in this. Do you want to get involved too? And all of a sudden, when there's strength in numbers like that, then the big names start getting around. One of my subscribers emailed me just before the show today that his wife was a congresswoman in New Hampshire. Okay, there's somebody who's really got some pull with people. These are the kinds of things we go. The more people we get, and the bigger the numbers get, the more power we get, and the more other bigger groups are going to come want to join us. Then it builds exponentially. I've said it many times before. Y'all remember this if you're as old as me. The old commercial, and they told two friends, and so on, and so on, and it just blows up. So that's what we're looking at, okay? If you action to take right now, go print that flyer, go pass out 10 of them, okay? If every one of my subscribers passed out 10 of those flyers, that's 500,000 flyers that went out, okay? I've got about 5,500 subscribers, all right? 10, okay? If you could do 100, now what are we looking at? Cheryl, oh my God. Thank you for the cause. All right, we are getting there. Old Mutt, thank you. And I know I'm missing people. It's just going. Prepared Texan, thank you. I'm scrolling through. I keep talking. But then again, that's what you're here to do, ask questions and hear me talk. I don't know if I've missed anybody. The thing's going. Gary Latona, thank you very much. True American, thank you. Guys, this is great. Smell Buds, thank you. Hey, $2, anything, okay? Anything, because like I said, I want to get this over to Prepper Nerd to start. The more we can get to him to get things going, there's different things he might be able to do that he can get on the website, because some of the tools he needs cost money, and I appreciate all that you're doing because I want to help him out. Okay. Let's go back to where I was. Leah, you don't have a page, just willing to help. I got to figure out how John gets you as a moderator then, because I don't know how to do it unless you've got a page I can link to. Prep and prep again. Just had to give the people time to get the cards out. Keep it coming. Okay, that's exactly. We're getting it moving. Keep going, guys. You're getting me pumped up. You can tell I'm like ready to rock here. So, Liberty Farmer, thank you, sir. Uh, Patriot for Ava, thank you. I used to date a girl named Ava. I know it isn't you because she's in the Czech Republic. Jules, thank you. Rebecca, thank you. Where are we? Guys, I'm looking for questions and there are all these big bubbles. If you super chat, please throw a question in there. Rebecca, I love it. Called my work saying we're the first among to get the shot. As John says, nah, I'm good. Yeah, that's like the rallying call for all of us. John started that. I love it. Nah, I'm good. I actually used it when I walked into Walmart the other day and it, mask police at the front door. Would you like a mask, sir? Nah, I'm good. She just kind of looked at me and I'm like, lady, I hope you hear that 100 times more today. So keep it coming. Joya, thank you very much. What liberal gave me a thumbs down? Game of prep. Hey, I don't care. You know what? If they're dumb enough to do that, the algorithm doesn't read them as thumbs up or thumbs down. They just look at them as either way. Okay, so they're actually helping get the word out by doing that. So thank you for the thumbs down. It works well for all of us either way. Michigan Mom Prepper, thank you very much. TJ, please put out a video and tell us how your mother-in-law is doing. We are all dying to hear it. Okay, we hope to God she is doing well. She is in everybody's prayers. I know I can say they're in mine every night. We're thinking about you, girl. Okay, I'm going nuts here. Stacy, don't forget to hit the like button. There's 394 of us in here. Wow. Okay. I know the record was the very first night because I guess people wanted to see my ugly face and we had over 500. One of these days we'll have over 500 again. But, I love some of these channels. What is it? Get on Angry Prepper. He'll get over 1,000. Alaska Prepper, he pushes 2,000. I'm still this little tiny pup here. So, but we'll get there, especially if we can get this whole thing going. But guys, you have no idea how much I appreciate y'all's support in all of this. Lindsay, thank you. Thank you much. You're thankful for your prepper family. Me too. You guys keep me insane and sane at the same time. I have a ball doing this. Doing the research, doing the thinking, having the conversations, and trying to help us all. It's what makes me go every day. My wife thinks I'm crazy, but I'm the Energizer Bunny, so I think I got along on 4 hours sleep the other night. Lisa, thank you. More for the cause. We're getting there. All right. This is working out well. True American. Yes, we are family. That's why every time somebody says they're a new sub, my answer to everybody is welcome to the family because we all have a lot of fun in here. I love reading all your comments. Some of them are a little snarky, and of course they get a snarky response. And I did have a fun time today kicking off probably about, I don't know, 10 people. And then I had, probably about 20 that unsubscribed after my video this morning. And guess what, guys? My subscriber count actually went up today, even though all the little warmongers, decided to leave. We had some rational people that decided to come over. So that's a good thing. So the family's growing, all right? Welcome them all as you see them. If they're new, say, hey, welcome to the family. Michigan Mom Pinvault for president. No, please, no. I'm sorry. I don't want that job. Okay. Grumpy Prepper made it. Grumpy, we talked about you early on. I hope you were here. What is AOC's choice for Speaker of the House? Eric Johnson says. I don't know. It's either Bose or Sanyo. I'm not sure. One of the two. Lost product. Pinball, my favorite beer. Pilsner Urquell. Also, I was meaning that West Virginia unemployment only recognizes layoffs, not being fired, quitting. They got to recognize fired. It just doesn't make sense. Company closes, you're not laid off, you're fired. I think it's a difference of fired for cause is where it is. Kitty Webb, holiday and Christmas cards, send a flyer in each one of them. That's a good idea. We're all going to send them out. Hey, get your family, your friends, your neighbors, your coworkers, whatever. Go for it. Let's see where else we are. Man, 8:30 already. How time flies. Diabolical Television. How can I send you these logos? We've already chose the logo. We put it in a couple of days worth, and we finally made the final decision at 5 o'clock this afternoon. So the logo's already been chosen, and Prepper Nerd already has it to add to the site if he hasn't already done it. So, but thank you anyway for doing it. Uh, Jose, Freedom Gathering org looks great. Again, I will say it a million times. Thank Prepper Nerd for that one. He went above and beyond anybody's expectations getting this done. So we will definitely get him, like I said before, a round of applause and any help we can get for him. Kitty Webb, the logos on the flyers. We put a QR code on there so people can snap it with their phone. We put the website on it, but we did not put the logo. We put the URL for the website, but we did not put the logo on it because we want that to kind of stay a little ambiguous as best you can with putting a name on there. But just leaving it as very simple and clean. Okay, we're not trying to make some fancy anything. It's block letters, very very clean. Somebody can put it up in a window. It's eye catching, but it's not distracting. Hutch, thank you, sir. Any survivalist schools or seed banks being sought after to possibly buy ads? I don't quite understand the question. If you can rephrase the question, I'll try to answer it. Brenda, thank you. You bring up something there. Hashtag Freedom Gathering. The one thing everybody's asked. There's a lot of people that said they're volunteered to do admin work or footwork or whatever it is. The one thing that we don't have is people to handle social media for us. Okay, if somebody wanted to handle a Twitter account for us, a Facebook account for us, an Instagram account for us, anything like that. If y'all are interested in doing something like that, if you're a Twitter guru or something, email me, let me know you're interested in doing that, and we'll kind of get you up and running on that so we can get the word out that way. Might as well use their tools against them, I guess, if you will. Brenda, thank you. Shauna, thank you as well. Mike Lever, Fieldcraft Survivalist training all over the area, or all over the USA. Chewy does. TJ, hey. Got the exclamation points. Way to go. The 3 vertical dots clicked. Okay. All right. See, I'm old. Okay. You're lucky I can even figure out how to use this. I'm somewhat technically proficient, but some of this stuff is forget it. Okay. I don't do Twitter. I don't do Instagram. I don't do Facebook. I mean, I did Facebook, but the rest of it, forget it. Okay. Liz, thank you. Appreciate that. God bless you too. God bless us all. I think we all need to think about that every once in a while. Rip Curl, the Rip Curl crew has my back. Okay. Appreciate that. I loved it when I looked you up the very first time. It was, okay, this can't be some guy who's doing surfing videos. So, and then I found you. But, Alan, what's my take on Jasara and Nessara? I'm sorry, I don't know what the two of them are. Sorry, I just don't. Let's see where else we got stuff in here. I know there's crazy stuff. Companies to buy ad space on the website. Okay, now I got you, Hutch. I don't say we're going to go there because here, and I'll explain this to everybody real quick. If we organize the website like that, where we now have revenue stream through the website, then we have to register as a 501c3, which means we have to get attorneys, which means we have to get accountants, which means we have to file tax returns. We'd have to register as an LLC, then we'd have to register as a 501c3. That all takes time, okay? So it's a lot easier, as I had explained to everybody on the gathering the other day, if you want to donate to me, donate to TJ, donate to Prepper Nation or Prepper Now, or any of them, okay? Yeah, we all have to pay taxes on whatever you donate to us. That's fine. Okay. And then we can gift the money to Prepper Nerd to pay for whatever we need to be. It's kind of out of our own pocket that way. Uncle Sam just wants to make sure they get their cut. Fine. For the money that it comes in or whatever it is, it's not going to make any big difference in my taxes or their taxes or whatever. But it keeps us from having to pay attorneys and accountants and doing all that crap. So as Jose just said, yeah, keep it simple. That's what I'm trying to do. I spent countless amount of time researching it and then talking to a couple of attorneys about it. And their suggestion was, for what you're trying to do, don't become a formalized organization. So that's what we're doing. I mean, I'm trying to make this as easy as I can because trust me, there's a ton of work. I mean, I'm working on this probably 14 hours a day at the same time I'm doing my real job and trying to get all this running. So, you know, as is we're coming in at the 11th hour, we don't want to come in at 11:30. So trying to get it done as fast as we can. Let's see, where else are we? Which event would occur first, the Great Awakening or the Great Reset? Well, I'm hoping to God it's the Great Awakening because I hope the Great Reset never happens because, you know, good old Klaus Schwab, you know, who wants to be dictator of the world. My answer to that is we took out one German dictator 80 years ago. It's about time we take out another one. Okay. And I think you all know who I mean. That's pretty much my answer for that one. Prepared Texan, would it be better to go through PayPal or rather than YouTube? Absolutely. If y'all don't know, PayPal takes a big cut of super chats and everything like that. So, you know, yeah, for helping out, obviously we don't get taxed on that, but yeah, you contribute $50 and PayPal keeps 15 of it or something like that. So yeah, they take, you know, somewhere around a third of the super chat money, just so y'all know. I just saw one there. Jose, actually, this is your real work. Sometimes it seems like that. Fortunately, my real job, the one that pays the bills, I've been doing that for 20 years, so I'm pretty much on autopilot there. I can whip out what I need to get done there quickly, which allows me time here. And fortunately, I work from home, so I can, doing something on work, bounce over, answer an email, go back to work, back and forth. So I've got very good in my life at juggling my time management, and project management. So it's just welcome to my life. Yeah, YouTube. Who did I say? Yeah, YouTube takes 30%. Not if I said PayPal, that was a mistake. It's YouTube that takes 30%. No, PayPal takes what, 1.5 or something like that. I mean, which that I understand. They got a business to run. YouTube is raping everybody. Lisa C, what's my wife think of all this? Does she help me prep? You should bring her on. Somebody says this every week. I know she's camera shy, guys. Okay. She did promise the next time she makes borscht, she will let me film her making borscht. Okay. Because I know a lot of people have asked that. Yes, she helps me prep. Yes, she is. Yes, she helps me do the research for my videos. She is very helpful. I'm very blessed to have her as my wife. She is completely supportive of me doing this. She worries about my blood pressure sometime about it, but I worry about my blood pressure sometime about it too. So, yeah, but no, Mrs. Pinball is, you know, a gift from God to me. So I'm very, 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 very happy to have her. Kitty, get a post office box. We can send money orders. I think a couple of people do. The only problem for me, the post office for me is 20 minutes away. Okay. I don't drive out there that often. So if I want to get a post office box, that's hauling ass all the time. I think TJ's got a PO box. I think Prepper Nation said he was getting one. So in cases like that, maybe you go that way. But if I do set one up, I'll certainly let you know. Hearts to Mrs. Pinball. There we go. So yes, I do love her very much. So way to go, Mrs. Pinball. She is watching, by the way, guys, so she gets to see all this sort of stuff. So, you know, I'm going to hear about it later. Let's see what else we got. Yeah, PayPal gave $530 million to BLM. I know, it's sickening. And I mean, as we all sit here on YouTube and we know who owns YouTube, okay, The only solace I get out of doing some of that is we're actually using their tools. So, they're helping us in the cause to defeat Klaus Schwab and that whole gang of idiots. Let's see what else we got. Shattered ankle, yay borscht. Yep, there we go. Okay. Hey Pinball, this is Lee Verrill. Hey Pinball, you're an interesting guy. So what's your real job, so to speak? Okay, well I'll give you a little bit. After the Army, I wound up a tax collector. After that, finishing school, I was a stockbroker for 7 years with Payne Weber, and then following that, Smith Barney, which of course neither one are still in business, but they were big firms at the time. After 9/11 and the stock market crash and everything, and mind you, brokers at the time were paid commission only, and you don't sell anything, you don't buy anything, you don't make any money. I went 3 months without a paycheck. I went looking for a job as a financial analyst. I talked to a recruiter. That recruiter said, "Have you ever thought about being a recruiter?" That was in 2003. I'm still a recruiter. So I know all the ins and outs about talking to accounting and finance professionals, engineering, and IT professionals. So, yeah, work for a company right now where I am rebuilding their entire IT department. Let's put it this way, adding to it. The company's going to add like 1,000 people to headcount, and not all of them IT. And it's my job to find all these IT people. So yeah, that's what I do for a living. Lazy Ace, we were just talking about the PO box. Like I said, I mean, TJ or Prepper Nation, that's probably the best way to go for PO box right now. I don't have one set. And like I said, post office is 20 minutes away, so it's not even I would go there. Heidi, if you have a PO box, you don't have to empty it every day. Understand that. I mean, the amount of time I wound up having to walk in. I mean, hell, I've still got checks from 3 addresses ago, guys. That my checks are 10 years old. I mean, that's how everything's online. It's like I think I probably bought 2 stamps in the last 2 years, and those were to send birthday cards. Okay. Yeah, Kitty, it'd have to be every 6 months for the money to be good. So yeah, the Heidi's comment about going once a year, nope, that won't work. And Muja has joined the crowd. In case everybody saw it, I see Honey Prepper just said hello. So, like I said, I recommend y'all go check out her website as well as Grumpy Preppers here. Before we get to the end here, I'll take just a quick break. Tonight, if y'all do know, if y'all don't know, Prepper Nation is doing his live stream on his Patreon channel tonight. So Kay Marie is doing her, and Kay Marie is one of John's mods. She is actually going to be doing her very first live stream tonight. So you can go check that out after we're done. As usual, I will get you out of here by 9 o'clock. On the other side, if you don't want to go there, Angry Prepper is also doing an interview tonight with Urban Prepper. So to all get your prepper fixes in, and the fabulous Tag Team Tuesday we do, those are the commercials for the shows coming up following these messages. Standing Citizen, I just saw your website for the group effort. I would like to... What? There's nothing else. Lost Product, are you fearful of a civil or revolutionary war? It seems that's what the Democrats are wanting. Yes, and this is why, and I'm going to get this out real quick, this is why all the banter back and forth between the channels after the gathering the other day about we need to take up arms, no, we need to be, do this peacefully. The whole point, guys, is this. We don't want to be the quote-unquote one that fires the first shot. Okay, if we go out and take up arms and start kicking the crap out of Antifa and all this sort of stuff, we're the bad guys, okay? They have to do it first. Then in the eyes of the rest of the country, we are the ones that we're the ones being attacked. We don't want to be the attackers. Once they attack, all hell's going to break loose, okay? And they're going to see what real power is, okay? But we don't want to be the first ones to do it because we will get painted as the bad guys. We need to be above the fray. And as long as we do that, nobody's ever going to question us defending ourselves. But if we are the aggressors, we will be the bad guys for all eternity. Okay. So, in regards to Civil War, Revolutionary War, is it possible? Hell yeah. Okay. I'm going to say that right now. The idea is to stop it before it gets that far. I'm hoping to God cooler heads will eventually prevail. And that's kind of what we're pushing for. But, guys, please, I'm going to say this, protect yourself at all costs. Do not go out looking for a fight. Okay. That's just foolish. So, if it comes to you, finish it. Don't start it. That's the end of that. Roots of happiness. It would be tragic if one of us is the spark, absolutely, because that one person is going to ruin it for everybody else. Yeah, nobles. Yep, we'll be in jail and they'll be free. I don't feel like, guys, remember this. There's still rule of law in the country. So if you go out and do something like that, you are still going to go through the justice system. And I don't think you want to be sitting on death row for killing some Antifa punk going, crap, I wish I wouldn't have done that day. All right. Think about that. I say this all the time. Think past here. Okay. Liberals don't think past the tip of their nose. We have to. All right. Okay. Kentucky girl, hope that I didn't miss you this morning. I can't remember. This morning the video was, if you don't like it, get the hell out. Okay. If that rings a bell, you saw it. If that doesn't ring a bell, you didn't see it. Mama's legacy. If you're not 10 foot tall, you are not 10 foot tall and bulletproof, no matter what your mama told you. I ain't 10 foot tall. I'm close. I ain't bulletproof. That's for sure. Okay. Okay. Let's see. If we become a major movement, Brian, if we become a major movement, we will be a target. That's fine. Okay. Actually, that's kind of what I want to happen. I want them to know about us. I want them to fear us because of our numbers, not fear us because of our armament. All right. That's it. We want them, like I said earlier, I want the day to come when Nancy Pelosi's secretary comes up to her and says, as she walks in the office in the morning and says, Madam Speaker, you might want to look at this. We got 15,000 emails last night. All of them said the same thing. You might want to look into that. I want her to walk to work one day and see 500,000 people standing out in front of Congress and her having a hard time getting her limousine through to get to work because there's 500,000 of us standing in front of her going, you ain't doing this. Watch my video in the morning. You'll see why. Okay. I'm G.I. Joe, not Superman. I ain't even G.I. Joe. Okay. And I certainly am not Superman. Okay. I'm just some transplant into East Tennessee who's trying to make ends meet for my family and eventually retire. Okay. But I want to live in the land of the free and a home of the brave, not the land of the, hammer and sickle. What else? What else we got? Okay. Brian, I commented on your video this morning. I agree with everything you said. I posed a question to you in the group. What is the line in the sand? Is it gun confiscation? I think there's going to be multiple ones. Not before we get violent, okay? But I think before the populace, the public, just completely loses it. Gun confiscation would absolutely that would be a ticking time bomb, okay? Beto O'Rourke tries to do something like that. I joked in one of my videos the other day. I said, Beto, I guarantee you aren't going to be the one on my doorstep asking for it because you're too much of a coward. Okay. You're going to send somebody else out there. And I'd love to see who he says. The sheriff? I'm going to look at the sheriff and go, really? You're going to violate your oath? Okay. Who's he going to send? So that's it. Could it be the jab in the arm? Yeah, it could be. That's going to go. There's going to be a big thing that is going to completely bring the majority of the country to our side. Conservatives, liberals, everybody but the far left lunatics are going to go, I ain't doing that. Okay. There are enough liberals out there who believe in the Second Amendment. They don't want it either. Okay. That's kind of what you got to look at. I can't tell you what the line in the sand is, but there's going to be something that you'll know it when it happens because the entire country or 3/4 of it's going to go, hell no. That'll be the line in the sand. Yeah. West Virginia farmer's daughter. History is written by the winners. Think how the Boston Massacre was portrayed versus reality. Don't be aggressive. Exactly. Okay. You know, nobody needs to be Rambo here. All right. You know, we win with numbers. 12 guys standing in front of the White House is what? Nothing. Think of any union shop that's ever gone on a picket line. Okay. You don't have 10 guys standing out front. Nobody cares. They walk right past them. They have the entire plant out there, and there's 1,000 people standing out on the picket line. Okay. Numbers. That's what gets on the news. 6 guys standing out front going, "We strike." The news doesn't come to. 1,000 guys standing around the plant. Yeah, the news cameras are out there going, and BF Goodrich is on strike today because of this. All right. It's all numbers, guys. That's what we need to do. That's why I keep saying sign up on the website so we got the numbers, because it'll grow exponentially. Okay. We are 5 minutes to the end. Metal for breakfast. I'll keep being gray and try to be prepared as best I can. Yep. We're going to all have to be gray. You don't want to tell anybody about your preps. Okay. Don't want to let anybody know what you got. Your mags should know, which for most people is a good portion of their family and their neighbors. Okay. But you don't want to go broadcasting, "Hey, I'm the local grocery store." All right. Because somebody's going to walk to the door. All right. Sickle cell. United we stand, divided we fall. Damn straight. Okay. That's why we all need to get united. Please, I'm begging everybody on here, go to the website, sign up, get that flyer. Like I said, if it's 10 people, if every one of my subscribers passed out 10 of those flyers, you're talking 500,000. All right. If now every one of TJ's goes out there, that's another million. Okay. Now, if you get every one of Prepper Nations out there, that's another what? What's he got? 30,000 subscribers? Okay. There's another 3 million. Okay. All of a sudden, just between the 3 of us, that's 5 million of those things going out. And if you got 10. Now imagine if you got out 100. That's 50 million. Okay. Now you've covered 1/7 of the country. That's what I'm saying. It doesn't take a ton of effort, guys. Just if we get enough word out there, we will be huge real fast. Like TJ said, we'll be at 1 million people before you know it if we do this right. Okay, I just saw something. It's not K-A-Y Marie. It's the letter K space Marie. That's her YouTube. Okay, so sorry, it's kind of hard. I understand why you looked up K Marie. All right, guys. 9 o'clock, 3 minutes to go. I want to let you all get to wherever you are. Thank you so much for everybody coming again tonight. A huge thank you for everybody and the super chats. It will all be used very wisely. I will be talking to Prepper Nerd here very shortly to make sure he's whole, and we will get all that going there. But guys, have a great Tuesday evening. Go see, like I said, K Marie or Angry Prepper or Prepper Nation, whichever one is your 9 o'clock tonight. Thank you all. God bless. Pinball out.